Well, here we are on Cricbuzz Comm Box in the 15th over of India's run chase, and it looks like they've got an appointment to get somewhere. Perhaps a good dinner lined up in a city that offers lots of culinary options. I've got Zaheer Khan alongside. Yes, we expected a bit of aggression, but this is quite something from one who's been around for a while and one on his first day of ODI cricket.
Well, what to say? It's a sheer dominance, GB. That's what we witnessed, and fearlessness in shot making. I think Prithvi Shaw. We've seen what kind of talent he has. He's shown those glimpses at the highest level as well. With that big backlift, the timing was just immaculate. And when he's in such a form, it's a delight to watch him go about his business. He just doesn't stop. That momentum which he created in the beginning of the innings has really set the tone for this run chase and virtually put Sri Lanka out of the game, you can say right now.
We are having a look at these graphics, and if I think that Vijay Hazare, the numbers there, the absolute domination that he had in that tournament are a good reflection on his mental state. Because remember, and everybody else will remember, that he went into that tournament with a few question marks. Australia had happened. Everyone was asking, well, what about Prithvi Shaw? Is he good enough? What's happened to his form? He answered with that domestic springboard, and he's carrying that forward.
But that Vijay Hazare was after the Australia series, isn't it? And you know that how tough it was for him in that series. He definitely learned from that. Those failures has definitely made him rethink about how he should approach the game for sure. He did speak about changing few things, changing his mindset, and really going on in that domestic season with that fresh outlook. Scored runs there. And then went into the IPL and scored some good runs there, few good innings there, with a similar kind of approach. So I think definitely that series, that series, which was a tough series for him down under, has certainly helped him, you can say, to revive himself and come up with such good performances.
And he's the kind of player where you can almost judge by one or two strokes. We saw that in an IPL game when he just dominated the opposition. But when he starts playing that cover drive in the first over of an innings, you've just got to sit back and watch. And in this case, even Shikhar Dhawan said, "Boss, mere paas ticket hai. I'll also sit back and watch."
Well, you've seen that that's the way he has been playing. He's got that big backlift. He's an attacking player. His point of contacts in this particular innings was really heartening to see. He's letting the ball come to him and adjusting that point of contact for him to pierce the gaps through the offside. So that is something which was really good to see. Also, every time width on offer, he's really dominating in that area there. So that's something for bowlers to think about. You can still see that bit of technical glitch at times. When Isru Udana was also bringing that ball back into him, few inside edges. Shows that there is still some work to be done. But his approach and with that big backlift, the kind of power he generates with the new ball and creates that momentum so early in the tournament, I think. That's something which really sets that tone and takes the pressure off the partner at the other end. Shikhar Dhawan could just be a spectator there on the other end, just give him the strike and watch the show from the other end.
But now that he had bought such an expensive ticket, Shikhar Dhawan, he got more entertainment. He got more value for his money. Once Prithvi Shaw departed, in came Ishan Kishan. We all remember Surya Kumar starting his T20I career. Well, Ishan Kishan said, "Yeah, we are good mates. Let me see if I can do the same in ODI." Starts with a 6 and then continues with an absolutely explosive half century. We talked about him before, about his temperament. He was given the opportunity, and it's like he showed his wares today.
Well, this is a new outlook, you can say. This is a new generation in Indian cricket, isn't it? Like they want to dominate from the word go, and that's what we've seen from Ishan Kishan. He's looked like it was a clear-cut plan that maybe till the time ball is hard, you have to go hard. They scored 92 runs in the first 10 overs. So that is that speaks for itself in terms of how the approach was to score at that rate was commendable. They kept the tempo going. Even though the wicket has fallen, Ishan Kishan using his feet, first ball. So that is something which you can say the fearlessness of this young generation.
Yeah, probably if you're a Sri Lankan fan, you won't want to look at the bowling figures. But is there any dew that you've spotted from where you are? Could that be a reason, maybe slight bit of dampness? Because these figures don't make for enviable reading other than Lakshan Sandakan, who hasn't had more than 3 overs.
I think by the time anyone could take the measure of that, you've seen the destruction. you can say it like that. It's actually dew has not been a factor that much. Didn't look like it. You've seen that in day-night games. Usually the wicket gets better under lights, so that is something which we've seen. But I think the pace of Chamira also came handy for someone like Prithvi to make use of. The width on offer obviously has worked in his favor. So don't see dew as a big factor. Just good batting, which really put Sri Lankan bowling under pressure.
Well, it's just about now. Sri Lanka need to try and find a way back into this game. Otherwise, we're not looking at if, but when. And the real question is, are we even going to have a comm box in the 35th over, Zaheer?
That's a good question, GB. I think the comm box might have to be delayed or might have to be scrapped for this particular innings. The way Indian batters are going, they are in a hurry. I think they look like they want to finish the game as quickly as possible. This tempo which they've created, I think Sri Lankan bowlers are going to find it very hard to contain.
Well, we wonder whether we will discuss that at the end of the game or in the 35th over. Either way, we will come back depending on the match situation. Thank you to Zaheer Khan, and let the entertainment continue as far as India are concerned. Shikhar Dhawan has settled in to watch.